everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Every wide receiver in the NFL wants to be a top target, and two players will be trying to be that today. It's Jackson's Redskins going up against Bryant's Cowboys. With that, we'll send you out to Arlington, Texas. Here's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the D-line's going to spread out. They come out here in the eye. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27.
Partner, I know you call the play-by-play, but you know your ball. If I throw these numbers at you, all right, 6 yards shy of 2,000 of total yards from scrimmage for a rookie running back. What do you think?
Sounds like me in high school.
Sounds like you doing it.
No, it's really fascinating in what he was able to do. The thing for me, though, he did that as a rookie. Where do you go from here? I mean, can you keep going up from those numbers your sophomore campaign?
I think that you can. He's had examples of that preceding him in the NFL. Some guys who are in the Hall of Fame right now. Remember, he had 16 total touchdowns because it's not just his ability to run it. He can catch it out of the backfield as well. No one plays harder than this guy does, down in and down out. I think he's just going to keep getting better.
A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early.
Above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Jalen Smith out of Notre Dame. Partner, that's got to be one of the best stories in the NFL, seeing him out on the field.
Yeah, it really is. That injury that he had during the bowl game against Ohio State, boy, that hurt his draft stock. So nice to see him out there.
I had him rated as the top player in his class in 2016 before his injury. He ends up going in the second round, and now he's starting to make the plays we expected to see.
And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Time running out here on the play clock. Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he's taken down. But now before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
There's a completion to the tight end. I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second down, Cousins.
Thank you, idiot.
By Jamison Crowder. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. But I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And the wideout in motion. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd down, Cousins trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Looking to throw. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trent Murphy. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
You just got something because my man didn't put his hand
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Following the interception, Cousins. On the catch, it's Crowder. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Cousins to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. To throw, Cousins. That's caught at the 1.
What happens when you don't bring them up?
He won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done. Cousins, and that is caught by the tight end Reed.
Man,
touchdown, Washington.
Shut up.
Jordan Reed
That's
from
Jordan
3
Reed. I've been
yards
telling you that's what he
out.
does.
And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And he's got it up and through.
You about to be my trash. Hello from the other side, son.
Following the touchdown, Dustin
You got a bat
Hopkins
on
will
your
kick it
hand.
away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Get out of here,
And
dude.
he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
I told you, everybody going to hit. Everybody going to hit.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And here are the defensive starters. In your own position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brad.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
Breathing all over.
Des Bryant, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Let's go. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
The first down carry by Elliott. And we take it down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Second down, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards. First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. A second down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Cowboys will turn it over now to Dan Bailey for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives. Goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
I don't want to take up all your time. I just want to be the next in line.
They'll come out in the pistol. A first down throw for Cousins. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Past the 20.
That's what I'm talking about, Montre.
A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out with one, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Kirk Cousins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
We're going to have a pause.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Don't bring the idiot.
And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down.
Idiot.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Whitner. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Looking for Garcon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception to see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The veteran safety, Dante Whitner, in on the tackle.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Prescott now on second down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 30.